right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to season 4, episode 3 of the podcast. Let's get into this week's episode. I'm going to start off with a story for you guys, and just hang in there with me. It's going to all come together. I love how God just speaks to me through everyday situations. Does that happen to y'all sometimes? Like, you'll just be doing some of like the mundane task in life, and God will give you a word in the middle of that. I love when that happens. So that's why it's important to know his voice and to be aware of his presence. Okay, let me not get off track. So earlier this year, or I guess now, late last year, 2023, I can't believe we're already in 2024, y'all. So I decided that I wanted a new coffee table. So I've had an ottoman for a really long time, and I just wanted something different, just redecorated my apartment. So the first thing I said, I was like, well, I need to get rid of my ottoman. I hadn't found a coffee table yet that I wanted, but I knew that's what I wanted. That's what I was planning for. And y'all, I pray about everything. So I was like, God, I want a new coffee table. Like, you know what I'm looking for. I need something that is nice but affordable. So I was like, let me go ahead and figure out how I'm going to get rid of my ottoman that I have already. So I decided I was going to sell it. So I put it up on OfferUp to sell. And I don't remember in this process when exactly I found my coffee table, but I know I started preparing for it before I even received it. And if you've been in church, you already caught that word right there. But we're going to keep going. So I put my ottoman on OfferUp, and I went ahead and rearranged my furniture. I vacuumed my rug, I washed it, I put my rug out, and by this time I know for sure I had already found and ordered a new coffee table, but it hadn't arrived yet. But when it did arrive, okay, I was ready because I had already sold my ottoman. My rug was vacuumed, it was washed, laid out, ready for the new coffee table, okay? And y'all, in that moment, in that situation, God gave me a word, and that's what the title of this episode is going to be called, Prepare for What You're Waiting On. So, in order for me to get prepared for my new coffee table, I had to do some cleaning. I had to do some rearranging so that when it came, I wasn't stuck. Can you imagine me finding a coffee table, it getting delivered, it having to sit in the box? I can't even use it because I haven't gotten rid of the ottoman yet. I haven't rearranged the furniture yet. I still need to wash the rug. I still need to vacuum the rug. Imagine how stressful that could have been. Imagine what I have been wanting, waiting for, just sitting in the corner in a box because I can't get to it yet because I haven't made room for it. It's a lot of things that y'all asking God for that you haven't even made space for in your life. There's some things that you need to rearrange in your life to be ready for the thing that you're asking God for. There's some people that you might need to clear out. There's some stuff in your life you need to clean out. There's some heart issues you might need to work on. Some rearranging that needs to be done internally and externally so that you're ready for what God has for you. So what I have found, y'all, and I'm speaking from experience, okay? So a lot of times when we are waiting on God to do something, we get impatient. All we're focused on is the fact that we don't have that thing yet. He hasn't answered that prayer yet. But just how my coffee table would have been sitting in a box if I wasn't already ready for it, I hadn't already cleared space for it. Imagine God giving you what you've been wanting, what you've been praying for, but you haven't prepared for it. So he'll give it to you, but then you're not even able to properly steward over it because you haven't prepared for it. You haven't done the internal work. Imagine him blessing you with something and you're not even ready for it. In the sense of it's there, but you don't even know what to do with it because you haven't prepared for it. So a lot of times we grow impatient because we're focusing on that instead of focusing on what do I need to do to prepare for this. I could have been looking at the tracking on my coffee table like, oh, dang, it's still not here yet. Oh, it hasn't left the warehouse yet. But I was so busy preparing for it that I didn't even realize how long I waited for it because I was preparing for it. So I wasn't even tripping about, is it here yet? Has it left the warehouse? Is it out for delivery? I don't know what's going on. I just know that I ordered it and it's on its way. Oh, that's a word. I just know I ordered it and it's on its way, so let me get ready for it. You've prayed about it. You've ordered it, quote unquote. So you know it's on the way. God heard you. So when you're praying for things that are in alignment with God's will for your life, you know they're going to come. If he's giving you confirmation, you good. So start preparing for it. Prepare for it. Act like it's already there. For example, let's just say you're going to school to be a doctor, right? That's something that you've been praying for, you've been working towards. Start referring to yourself as doctor. Start getting ready for that. Start getting ready to walk in that. Start getting your mind ready to walk in that. You've been praying for a house. You've been praying for a business. You've been praying for career investment. You've been praying for a certain relationship. You've been praying for friendships. You've been praying for an increase in finances. Start preparing for those things right now. Don't wait until they get here. Like, do we just think that God is going to give us what we want and then we're just going to start scrambling trying to prepare for it? No. This is the time to get ready for it right now. This is the time. Prepare for what you have been wanting. Prepare for what you've been asking God for. It's the beginning of a new year. A lot of y'all have set goals, myself included. Start preparing for those things. Even as you're praying and you're still waiting for confirmation that those things are in alignment with God's will, still start preparing for them as an act of faith. But here's the key. You have to make sure that you're surrendered in what you're asking God for. You have to make sure that your goals are surrendered so that he can come in and tweak some things if he needs to. If he needs to remove some of those goals, if he needs to add to them. Stay malleable so that God can mold your goals into his will for your life. So it's so important to be connected with him at all, during all points of the process of setting goals, praying about those goals, preparing for them, working towards them. Keep God involved in the process from A to Z. So prepare for what you've been waiting for. That's the word for today. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I want to remind you all to make sure that you are on my email list. There is a description box below and you can find a link there to subscribe to my email list. So thank y'all for tuning in and I will catch y'all next week.